Sitting at my trading desk, waiting for a signal to move. I check the VWAP, yo, I check the VWAP. Sitting at my trading desk, waiting for a signal to move. I check the VWAP, yo, I check the VWAP. Sitting at my trading desk, waiting for the signal to move. I check the VWAP, yo, I check the VWAP. Peace. Welcome back to the Absolute Boss Collective. And as you can tell, in this video, we're going to talk about a trading benchmark based on volume and price. Okay, before we get into that, let me give a shout out to the diabolical Bismarcky, because it was one of his songs that I used for my little ditty that I just did for y'all. I would like to tell you, if you want to stay plugged in, if you want to know what time it is, consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, do your brother a favor. Run up on that like button and choke slam it real quick to help your brother out. And most importantly, hit that notification bell so you can know when I come out with new content. And without further ado, we're going to get right into it. VWAP. VWAP stands for Volume Weighted Average Price. It is a ratio of the total value traded divided by the total volume traded for a chosen period of time. When we say volume, okay, we're talking about how many shares are being traded or changing hands in any particular time frame. Okay, so to be complete and make sure you get a complete picture of what VWAP is, I got an example for you. Okay, so this example is going to be based on a 10-minute time frame. So across this 10-minute time frame, you have Shaniqua. She buys 3 shares of AMC at $49.23. Latoya gets in the game with 6 shares at $49.34. And Bonquisha buys 9 shares at $49.50. Over this 10-minute time frame, the VWAP is $49.40. This means that Shaniqua and Latoya both caught a bargain because they bought or purchased under the VWAP, while Bonquisha got played because she paid 10 cents above that VWAP of $49.40. So VWAP is calculated by adding up all of the money traded over any time frame that you choose. Okay, then that's the price times the shares. Then you divide that dollar amount by the total number of shares traded, and that's how we get the volume weighted average price, called VWAP. Okay, now VWAP, the reason why you want to pay attention to this is because VWAP is used by institutional traders, pension funds, mutual funds. These funds use VWAP to move in and out of positions while minimizing the impact to the market or on the price in the market. So if you want to think about, maybe you're trying to establish a position or unload a position. If you're a large institution and you want to establish this position or unload this position, you may not want other people to know what you're doing. So you will execute based on the VWAP. That means you would buy, okay, if you're initiating this position, you would buy below the VWAP price and you would sell above it, okay? And this is why it's important, because you can use it as a confirmation tool for yourself. You may be looking at different chart patterns, different macro events, or however your stock is performing. So, you know, you may come into a trading day with that particular information in mind. Oh, my stock is trading at this, which is above yesterday's closing price or above yesterday's high price. Okay, but let me see what the VWAP is. Okay, by comparing, you know, whatever indicators that you're using to the VWAP, kind of gives you somewhat of an edge to know, you know, you can initiate a long position below VWAP, okay? Everything else being considered, you may be able to say, oh, let me initiate this position based on it being below VWAP. Or you can sell when it's above, or initiate a short position when the price is above VWAP. You know, and you can use it in combination with other factors, okay? It's not your one and only factor, but this is something that the big boys are using. So follow the money, okay? Why would you do something else if you know all of these big dogs is doing this? You know, this VWAP can be used to determine intraday trends. We discussed that part. Now, I have some examples for you. So I'm going to pull up, you know, my charts from yesterday. And since we are talking about AMC and we're using that as an example, you know, and I gave you those 3 examples, which was from today, 2:30 p.m. to about 2:39 p.m. So it was a 10-minute time frame where we had that fluctuation in the AMC stock price. So yesterday, you know, I was looking at the price, and you can see that the VWAP on the hourly chart for AMC was $56.18, okay? So as you can see by this chart here, AMC is trading, the stock price is below that VWAP price, okay? And then on the 15-minute, which is a little quicker, so it responds a little bit quicker, okay? The VWAP there is $56.42, okay? I did not initiate any positions in AMC yesterday, okay? We all know what's going on with it. It's a meme stock. It's had a lot of volatility over the last few weeks. And it's something that what we would call a stock in play. So I'm constantly paying attention. So if there's any value there or an opportunity there, I can take advantage of it. Now, yesterday, AMC closed at $55.05. Therefore, I never initiated a position in AMC yesterday, okay? And you can see from the example that we're below that price. We're now at $49, somewhere around there. So we'll see what happens by the end of the day. We'll see what happens by the end of the week. But that's just an example. I wanted to give you a complete picture so that you can have a complete understanding of what the volume weighted average price is all about, okay? Make sure that you do your best to stack the odds in your favor by using things like VWAP along with other things, okay? This is your brother in trading and investing, signing off for the Absolute Boss Collective. Peace.